All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today. The Massey has a little hiccup, and one of the SCV levers, one of the outlets, number 4, is turning on by itself. And I was talking a casual conversation with one of the technicians, and then also I'm like, oh, hey, wait a minute. My tractor's doing this. And they're like, yeah, there's a really good chance it's just the little potentiometer, the little lever that you touch with your fingers. There's a good chance that that's just failing. They see it quite often. And so, but it is one of the few things on the tractor that has to use their laptop to fix. And so, since owning the tractor, I've only had to fix a few things: a PTO solenoid, one def hose. I need to get batteries in it. These newer tractors are sensitive to batteries, and these batteries were a little bit weak when I got it, but it just keeps working. But I'll get them swapped out this winter. But otherwise, change oil and put fuel in and go. So here's the lever, and I tried locking it out, and I don't know. I don't think that helped it. In fact, in some cases, it made it worse. So I've just been running it into float, and that's helped keep it. But you could hear that. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up that hydraulic whine. So it's a fairly simple, this armrest. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. This armrest, there's a Torx screw on the back side here. That takes this cap off, and then you can get this T-handle with the nut. You can get this T-handle off. And then there's a couple plastic, there's just 2 big plastic nuts that hold this armrest to this plate, because you can slide it back and forth. And so you take them off, and now the whole armrest is loose. So we're gonna pop this T-handle top off, and then we'll flip this over, and there's just a bunch of Torx screws holding the 2 halves together, and take this shield off, and there's a big snap ring. So I'll get back to you. So simple enough. Like I said, take that little Torx screw at the end, and there's that nut. So we'll just take that little nut off, and then this T-handle kind of can go to the side. So here's the bottom side. Here's a snapper we are going to pull off. There was just 4 little screws holding this cover on. They're little Torx screws. So we're gonna just pop this snap ring off, and then that will allow this corner, this post is fixed to the top half. So, and then you got, the only problem I see is I got a couple little screws down here that aren't Torx. I'm not sure what they are. I'll shine the light in there and see. I might need to go get a wrench for these 2. Otherwise, the rest of these were just a bigger Torx head. And so, pretty simple. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way, but I took the display off the end of the arm and just brought the harnessing to the end, just so I could get this cover and that arm off to the side. Now it kind of looks like, you know, a tech manual would probably be kind of handy right now, but let's just keep winging it. We're doing good so far. So now it looks like I just got a half a dozen screws holding this plastic on, and then go after the switch. I took the screw out of the switch because I said, I wonder if they would allow that, but it just physically is impossible. So we just got to get this plastic to move. Well, there we go. Yep, just took all these screws out. There's the factory joystick. And then just 2 screws to hold this switch in, and just unplug it. The service technician is here, so I will go get the switch and put this in while he's working. He's getting a part off the combine for another customer, and so while he's working on that, I'll go get the switch and get it put in here. We got the switch out. There's this plastic cover. There's 2 screws hidden. So when you first open the bag, you're like, oh man, they sent us the wrong one. But there's 2 screws hidden they're not kind of hidden, but they're up here, and then this little plastic piece will slide off and go onto the new one. So we'll get that onto here, get that screwed down, and then we'll put that in and reverse everything. All right, so a T20 wrench will fit these four. There's one down in here. The T15 for, you got one hidden in this pocket, and then you can kind of see the channels where they are, and one up over here. But they're a tiny little plastic screw. You're not going in there monkey gripping this thing. You're not holding a head to the block. You're literally just putting your thumb and forefinger on there and just giving a little twist. That's all the guy needs to do. So this is back on. I'm going to bring this cover back into place, and we'll just get him down and keep going. Well, there we're installed, and there you can see it works. And so he hooked his laptop up to it and made sure it was calibrated properly, and there we go. And so a quick, simple repair for guys. And so, short video. Thank you very much for watching, guys.